Hey guys, welcome back. So today we have a really quick eyeshadow palette review. Finally, it's not a foundation, it's not a concealer, it's not anything in the face spectrum. So we're gonna be reviewing Tati Beauty's palette. I bought this the day it came out, so I would say it's been a month that I've been using this palette. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadow, and as I am doing it, I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel about the palette. I already know how I feel. I have used mostly all of the colors except like these dark ones right here. I haven't used those, but basically everything else I have used it, and I already know how I feel, like my thoughts. We're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm basically just gonna be doing my eyes. So I'm gonna scoot you in a little bit closer. I look a little crazy with this thing on my head, but please don't judge me. Just please don't judge me, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. I typically prime them with concealer. That's just what I usually use. If you're used to primer, you can use primer, but I am used to concealer, so I'm gonna use my my Born This Way concealer in the color light beige. I'm gonna put some chapstick lip mask. It's called a lip mask, but I call it chapstick. On my lips. This is a Laneige lip sleeping mask, and I kind of use this as a chapstick, you know, even though it's a lip sleeping mask. It just works for me. I'm gonna take the color Soothe, which is in the matte palettes. It does have a little bit of fallout, like when you press in there, it does kick back some product. I actually don't mind if a palette has fallout or not. Like, I don't give a shit. So whenever I start on the eyes on somebody else or on myself, I usually start with the sticky base, which is my concealer or my primer, whichever you prefer, and I would usually apply the darkest color first. So if I was using, let's say, the color Ritual right here, the dark brown, I would go in with that one first. But with this palette, I have came to a conclusion that you cannot do that method. Like, you cannot apply the darkest color first and then build your way up from there, because everything just starts to blend together. Like, you can't see the separation from the dark, the medium, and the light. So I, with this palette, like to start with the transition first, which is how I used to do my eyeshadow a long time ago, and I don't mind it. Like, I'm used to it. But you know, the other method is faster, so I did like to do that method, but it just doesn't work with this palette. Everything just starts to blend together, and it doesn't look, you know, it doesn't look cute. Now I'm gonna go in with the color Aura in the matte section. I'm gonna pat this on my brow bone just because I like a matte brow bone on my face. And you see how bright that matte colors compared to this one. It's a really pigmented matte cream color. It's a really good color when you're trying to do all matte shadows on your eyes. I love this matte. It's probably my favorite cream shade that I have in my collection. I'm gonna go in with the color Poet, and we are going to blend this all over our crease as well. So there we have the color Poet packed on our eyes. I'm going to add a little bit of this one, which is Ritual, on our outer crease. I just want it to be a little bit deeper, just a tiny bit. I like to cut my crease with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer just because I like the way it dries, and I like the color of it for cutting the crease. So I'm gonna cut my crease, and I'm gonna put some of that shadow. So I'm gonna place it right there. Let me put a little bit up here. This is my little trick for doing cut creases. I'm gonna look up, and then I'm gonna know where to place my cut crease, which is gonna be under that line. I don't know if I made sense, but That's what I do. And I like to look down. That way I know where exactly I am placing my brush. And there is my cut crease. Now I'm just gonna tap the concealer in with any brush, honestly, as long as it's clean. I'm gonna put a little bit of the concealer, just a tiny bit, and I'm gonna pat this away so that it looks blended. Now I am going to add the color Aura. As I told you guys, this color right here is so pretty, and I am going to pack that on my lid. This color is so stinking bomb. Like, it packs, do you see how it packs on? It gives you the most perfect matte eye. If you love matte eyes, girl, this palette is gonna be your fucking favorite, because if you love doing these kinds of colors on your eyes, that's it. Look no further. This one is the best matte that I've tried so far as creasing and as far as how it packs, if it's patchy, stuff like that. I've tried so many, and I think this one has got to be my favorite. Before this one, I used to use the James Charles one with Morphe, but no, girl, look no further. This one is it. Then with the brush that I applied, that purple color, the color Poet, I am gonna go in lightly, very lightly, with no extra product, just with whatever's left on the brush, and I'm going to blend the two together. And then I'm gonna take my shader brush. I'm gonna take the color Poet again, which is the color, the purple color that we've been using, and I am gonna place this on my lash line. Since I have extensions, I don't like to do eyeliner or any sort of liquid liner on my eyes. You guys, this is the most perfect black. This is the color Memory. This matte, if you have extensions and you used to like to do eyeliner, this matte is perfect because it's technically your eyeliner. I use this on my lash line as well, just to deepen it up a little bit, and bitch, it is the mattest matte black ever. Look at that. That's just beautiful. It looks I love it. It makes my eyelashes look a little bit thicker and just a little bit more full, and that is just what I am looking for. So I am obsessed with this matte black. All right, and then we have our eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this eye right here. I am gonna do the rest of my face. That is pretty much it, but the rest, I have my thoughts collected. I will let you know, guys know at the end of this video, when I finish my full face and everything, how I feel about all of these eyeshadows, because I do have some concerns and some complaints, Miss Tati. But other than that, I mean, I will let you guys know the full tea, the full rundown of this palette in a little bit. Give me just a second because I need to get my thoughts collected, okay? I'm back, full face and everything. We're gonna go ahead and do our under eyes because I have not finished that yet, because obviously we're talking about the palettes or whatever. I feel like I'm missing a little something, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our inner corner, and I'm gonna add the color Aura in the metallic. I want to add a little bit of the gold, so I'm gonna do Soothe as well in the metallic. I just want to add a little more gold onto that inner corner. Yeah, that did the trick. So just a tiny little bit on the inner corner. We're gonna take the color Poet. I know we've been using Poet a lot, so we're gonna run this down our under eyes. I'm gonna take Soothe, which is the the transition color in the palette, and we are just gonna drag this puppy down our under eye. Just smoke this baby out. Make sure to get your outer corner, because I always miss that part. So we're gonna do mascara, and I'm gonna do the color Trendsetter from Morphe under my eyes. I don't really like to put much mascara on my model lashes. So I'm gonna put my lips. I'm gonna come back and let you guys know how I feel about the palettes. I'm pretty sure you guys already know because I have not complained throughout this whole video. I'm pretty sure you know how I feel. But just to touch on some words, some shadows that I don't like and some shadows that I do like, I will let you know. Let me just finish my lips really quick. I'm literally full of makeup. Ew, que cochina. So I'll be back and give me a little bit, girl, okay? All right, let's get into the full tea of the palette. So here I have the palette from Tati. I have had it for over a month. I think they released in 10, which is October the 25th, I think they released. I have had it for about a month or so, and I have used it on and off, mainly on, then off. And I have touched all of the glitters. I have touched all of the mattes. I have touched all of the sequins except some of these right here, which is the black glittery metallic and the sequin black. So with the mattes, every single freaking matte is beautiful. It is pigmented. I love the matte aura. I love the color Poet, as you see it all over my eyes. The color Soothe is just amazing. As a transition color, I freaking love it. Ritual Story, all pigmented, but wait till you touch this black. Is just pigmented, girl. Every single shade glides on like a dream. So with the sequins, this is where it gets a little, you know, like we could have done without it. We could have done without this row right here. Like, it's my least favorite row from the whole palette. It's a different formula that you would see in a palette. Usually not a lot of palettes have this. This one right here I actually do really love. It's the Aura sequin. You have to be very up close with this color. I don't know if you see it. You have to be super up close to see the glitter on it. Do you see that? You barely could see that glitter. I actually love this one. It's my only favorite. Soothe, this one is pretty, but we could have done without it, you know, like it's just, it's a pretty color. My friend was actually, I let her borrow the palette and she was using these. She said that you can use them as a transition color as well. So she took a fluffy brush. Let's say she was taking her transition color brush. She took a fluffy brush and she started blending it on her eyes. So Tati said, I believe she said that if you want to use it as a transition color, you can, that the glitter will fluff away. But when my friend was using it and when I used it as well, the glitter sticked onto our lids and it was just creating a whole glittery mess. Like, it looked like our whole eyes were shiny, like back in the days whenever people would use a whole shimmer and put it all over their lids. That's how it looked, which is why I'm not obsessed with these, because if you want glitter, you will use the glitter. If you want matte, you will use the matte. But like, when are you gonna want something in between? But this row is just not my favorite. Story, it's pretty, it's really nice, orangish with the glitter on the top, but then I don't know, it's just the glitter that throws me off a lot. Because if you want the matte, you're gonna use this one as the matte. You know, it's the same freaking color, just with a little bit of glitter. With the black smoky eye, I would use this one, but all of these other ones are just very unnecessary in my opinion. So the metallics over here, very soft, very pretty, very pigmented. This metallic black eye, like I said before, I had never used it, but it looks really pretty. Very soft, very buttery. It looks like a gunmetal black gray. It's really pretty. These right here, they're not as shiny shiny as some other metallics that I have seen. These are really pretty for mature eyes. I have used it on a client that was an older lady, more mature on her age, and these right here, they look really pretty because they're so soft and subtle that on their eyes it doesn't accentuate their wrinkles. So those metallics are perfect for older mature women. But it's a really pretty soft, super soft, very buttery metallics, but they're not as shiny as some other metallics that I have in my drawer. You see, they're really pretty, but they're not the shiniest. These glitters are perfection. If you have tried the Huda Beauty glitters, they're not it, sweetie. But these right here are really pretty, very soft, and they don't go all over the place, and they're super glittery, girl. Let me show you this. I'm sorry, I have some concealer over here. Look at that. Oh, I am horrible at swatches. This one right here caught my attention whenever I got it. It looks like a really pretty gold. It's so beautiful. As you see, the glitter doesn't fluff everywhere, and it just keeps on going. It keeps on going, girl. It's a really nice formula for glitters if you don't want to use the glitter glue and the glitter. You know, when you have to mix them two together, it's kind of annoying. Whenever you put them on your lid, use your finger, because with the brush you're not going to be able to pick them up. But when you do use them with your finger, pat it on with like patting motions, and it is just perfect. So nice. Look at that black, bitch. Yeah, other than that, everything in this palette I love except the sequin row. I'm not the biggest fan of the sequin formula. Everything else is just perfection. The price is right because the mirror is just huge. I have it all dirty, like I said, I've had it for a month and I've been using over and over again. Cardboard thing gets dirty really fast, kind of like the Morphe packaging, that it gets, you touch it and it gets dirty, like the James and the Jacqueline one, but nothing that you can't clean it off. This right here is really pretty. It's chic, it's really thin, and it has the volume one right here and the volume one on the top, just in case you store it standing up, you can be able to see which one it is. If you want to get your hands on it, I say go for it. So I have a lot of more videos coming soon for you guys. Thank you for watching. Stick around for the next one. Maybe the next one will be a vlog. I don't know. We will see. I hope you guys like this review on Tati Beauty. If you do try it out, let me know. If you did purchase it and you're loving it, let me know, because I want to be your friend, girl. Let's come over and let's do our eyeshadow together with our Tati Beauty. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. I'm leaving. I'm sorry if my shirt doesn't match my eyes. I just didn't feel like changing, so I'm so sorry. Alright. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.